Yeah, I don't know.
Still seeing a straight line.
hmm I fuck with that shit later. I ain't tripping about it right now. I mean, I am, but it is what it is.
Hey, first of all, man, I want to tell everybody, man, welcome back to a new year. Happy New Year's to all the previous guests, and Happy New Year's to all the new guests. But we back again with the Gentleman Club podcast. Again, got me, SB, Jock, Michael, Eli. Uh, back for another banger. Back for another conversation and for a new day, man. Going back to the old ways, bringing back the reason why we made this podcast to begin with. So, y'all got anything to say before we get started?
Y'all know me.
New
New
Year.
Year, same shit. If you don't fuck with us, fuck you. Ain't shit changed around here.
I think
New
they
Year.
do fuck with us because they here.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Me, New Year, new shit, man. If you ain't striving to do better, what you doing?
Absolutely, absolutely. Welcome back. Welcome back. We had to take our few weeks off, spend our time with our families. Now it's back to business.
Y'all know how we get business started? My dumb
What's that right there?
my dumb ass tapped the actual screen like a dummy.
Spicy.
What?
Energy drink.
It be
Like,
spicy.
Little energy drink, little Lonnie.
Ooh, that Amsterdam, and I got a little splash of lime juice in there. Shit, Fido.
I just got a vape.
Me too.
That's it. That's all I got is my vape.
Me too. Shit. Hey man, just want to kind of start off the topics with just kind of catching up with each other and seeing how everybody been doing. You know, of course, get the audience a little update on our, ourselves and everything. I'll let y'all pop it off.
Y'all know.
Yeah, man. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. New Year. Again, like I said, trying to do different shit, trying to do something better than we did last year. Uh, Shit been straight, man. It's been straight. Motherfucker started. I've been clean. You know what I'm saying? What's the sobriety? Sober. I
Yeah.
ain't had a drink since New Year's. I don't plan on drinking again until my anniversary. So and motherfucker started school again, so that's straight. Go back to school. I'm about to go and finish it. See it through this time. I ain't quitting. I'm gonna finish it. I started last Monday. Going finish this 2 year little degree plan. Get this degree, and then shit. Get that commission and pop it, man.
I know that's right. No, that's right. I'm over here adjusting. And as y'all may know, I took Cam to California like 2 weeks ago, week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Last week.
So it's still making that adjustment with what it's like to not have him after having him for so long. But other than that, I've been chilling. I'm about to do shit. I'm about to do the same thing as him. That damn sobriety to the cruise. Get everything ready for me to transfer and shit. You know the basics.
Y'all know not too much going on with your boy. But I ain't really been up to too much. I finished my life insurance license. That was a big thing, but I'm not really messing with that field. I don't like it no more. I am going back to try and open my food truck. So I'm going to work towards that all 2024. I hit my fitness goal for 2023 before it was over, so I was cool on that.
Good.
That's
I
lit.
was cool on that. So now I've set a new goal to hit that.
Like that.
That's one thing I plan on doing too. Back starting Tuesday, we go back to work. I plan on getting back into the gym, something crazy. Getting back into the regular schedule program.
I say for myself, man. Those small milestones for me. There's a volunteer coaching for basketball season. I'll officially be a coach certified through Georgia High School Association. So my first official coaching job will be girls track. Next would be potentially basketball next season as an actual coach. And softball now. A lot of doors just kind of opening up.
You was in the softball. You was in the baseball when you was younger, right?
Yeah, for sure. So
I thought so.
Yeah, I got a little knowledge on baseball. Of course, I'm gonna have to learn a little bit more from people who are like more pull around it more, to
Yeah.
better understand the game and what what the pieces mean, what
Mhm.
the pieces do. But overall, I'm accepting the fact that I actually got the opportunities because there's so many other people in the school that get these same opportunities and shit, and I just happen to be the one that they give it to. You know what I'm saying? Gotta appreciate that shit. Other than that, it been cool. It been real cool.
Fuck with it.
Good.
Uh,
Definitely fuck with it.
I mean, like I do got like I've been like getting into like this coaching groove, right? Starting to learn. Like, I'm truly a fan of basketball. I think I'm too much of a fan of basketball to coach it right now.
Tough.
Yeah, it's rough
Mm.
because it's like nigga, you want to look at it from like a player's point of view. Like, damn, bro, like I can't look at it like that. Like going out there,
Boys,
like not being able to tell these boys they doing good every game, like it's a hard thing to do. You gotta have those real conversations. You gotta tell them they playing like shit. You gotta tell them that
Yo.
they not playing up to their standards. Like as a fan, you don't want to hear that shit, or as a player, you don't want to hear that shit. But nigga, eat it. Start losing
that's what
games, bro. Nigga, we
that's what we're with
too big,
Nehemiah right
too
now.
fast, too strong, too physical, too athletic
Yeah.
to be losing to these fucking teams who don't even have the same talent, bro.
But they got
Meanwhile,
effort.
yeah, they got
I
effort.
think
They got chemistry, bro.
That
That shit matters.
my
so we
biggest thing with coaching was pulling the kid out of the game
yeah.
and seeing like the look of like disappointment on his face and having to try and bring him back.
It's necessary though, man.
Yeah.
Like I think we touched on it before when we was talking about this conversation last time with coaching. Like, so we done started we done started our basketball season. We 0-2 right now, right? We lost yesterday by 1 point, right? But we should have won it. Our team was way more active, way more rebounds, way more defense was better. We just weren't making shots. Like at the end of the game should have been 16-9. It ended up being 8-9. We literally had at the last, especially the last minute, like literally we at the goal, missing shots, missing shots, missing shots. I'm like, yo. At one point in time, I had one of the kids go from this side of the goal, wide open, ran around to the other side of the goal to make a shot. I was just like, and it was frustrating, but I mean, I got to have a little bit of patience. With Nehemiah's group is a little different though. Those are the older kids, right? Those are the teens, 13 to 18. So they got a little
And that's
more
where I'm at.
understanding of the game. They got a lot more. Um, they've been doing it a lot more, right? But yesterday was a dogfight. We ended up winning. We was up by 6. They was pretty much trying to get them the game. They was trying to get like, bro. Have you ever heard of a technical shot where you end up with 5 shots?
5 shots is crazy.
5
What?
shots. 5
The
shots.
whole team got a technical foul?
No. One kid got a technical foul. The ref gave this boy 5 shots.
That's crazy.
We up by 6, I think. We was up by 5 or 6. Gave that boy 5 shots. I'm talking about the gym went crazy. I'm like, yo, I have never in my life of basketball ever heard of a motherfucker shooting 5 shots for a tech.
Yo, like
But
no cap,
again,
coaching on base. That you gotta have patience because these refs ass.
Refs,
bro.
These refs are
Bro.
ass, bro. I
But we
watched
pulled
the
it
ref.
out.
The boy stepped out of bounds. He didn't call, and he waited till my man grabbed the ball and stepped out, and it was like out of bounds. I said, bro, he just like what the fuck, and he was in front of you.
We pulled it out, but it was like the game shouldn't even been that close. Like our boys was way more athletic, more physical, faster. They were the better team, but the other kids, they had a lot more effort. They weren't that big, you know what I mean? Like our kids, we definitely had the bigger kids, the athletic kids, and our kids was talking shit, you know what I mean? Which I was like, y'all got this. I get it. Y'all got to tone that shit down. Just get back. Like they're making shots, they making threes, and they over there. And I'm like, I'm like, yo, no, get your ass back on defense, because they gonna run back and showing. Bro, they had this one kid over there. When I say this nigga is a hooper, like this nigga was a hooper. Like every time he brought the ball up the court, I'm like, yo, somebody get number 9. I'm talking about, bro. He was out there like that. He was really like that. Like,
Yeah.
but he looked like a 6 foot KD. I'm talking about he was like that. but our boys end up pulling it out. But it's about effort, man. Effort is a big thing, but they don't. Again, we talked about that shit before. They don't. It's like they don't process that shit. Like
Yeah.
motherfuckers just think that they supposed to be like that. Then when you get to coaching them and correcting them, they want to get in their bag, and it's like, bro, you can't get in your bag, bro. You gotta hear what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you this shit just to
Yeah.
cuss you out. I'm trying to pull that full potential out of you. You got it in you. Pull that shit up out of you, bro.
Bro,
No,
look,
I
we
fucked
got
around. I fucked around and got welcome not in fashion like to coaching, but I definitely got like welcome to coaching call. But they beat the shit out of us that first game. I looked in the mirror and was like, I ain't never got beat like that before. That shit was disrespectful.
what's
But it's
crazy is my fault, bro. What's crazy is like just like y'all saying that shit, nigga. I got stories, nigga, for days, and it's like if you looked at the pattern from like y'all are talking about it like you got the younger kids who just they ain't got that discipline, they got that experience yet, so they're not really there yet. But you got the older kids who are. Nigga, high school's so different, bro, because the fucking varsity can't find a way to get it together. But the JV and the ninth grade team both still undefeated. You see what I'm saying? It's like, and you would think that they would follow the example. Like the biggest issue we got on the varsity team right now is we don't have dogs on deep. You know what I'm saying? We don't got nobody that's willing to crash the boards and make the extra pass. It's like they think basketball revolves around hooping. We just hooping. We better than them, so we should win. They don't realize like
all the small things,
the small intangible shit, bro. That you can't
So
really
the small
teach.
shit will make you lose.
Yeah, you can't
running
teach
around,
effort, bro.
open, off
You
ball
can't.
screen.
Yeah, you can't
like,
teach
all
dive
that
on the
shit.
floor. You can't teach taking charges. Like, bro, you can't
You
teach
can't
that
teach
shit.
giving a
You just
fuck.
gotta have it, bro.
They don't even really know how to draw fouls like that,
Right,
honestly.
bro.
Like,
They
and
don't.
the ones that they try to do be it be the dumb shit. Like,
Yeah.
they watch too much. They watch too much NBA now, where they try to
Block
you know
everything.
do
Fly.
all of that. Like, no, go try to score. And if they blow the whistle, they blow the whistle. But like, don't do that stuff where and then now you're looking, you're standing there. Now they done ran up the court and you standing there looking stupid. Like, no, if they don't blow the whistle, don't sit there and argue with the ref. That's for the coaches to do.
Yeah.
Wait till that motherfucking dead ball. Hey, coach or ref. Hey man, you know you missed one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's them little it's that shit.
I had to tell my kids we do what we do in practice. Like that whole trying to be in the NBA shit, you want dribble and dribble and dribble. No, we doing exactly what the fuck we practice. Pass the ball, come around the screen. If you don't got the shot, pass it again. Like we not that 1-on-1 game shit don't work.
But see, that shit right there is exactly what the JV and ninth grade team do. Like, so last night or yesterday morning, we had a dog fight. We played over at South Atlanta High School against North Atlanta. North Atlanta is the other undefeated team in our region right now, and they were like 6'7", 6'6" on the court. They towered they had at least two players on their team that's 6'6". Just being straight up, the tallest person on our team 6'3". These three little freshmen we got, they can hoop. Like they all three of them play varsity right now too. But it's like they have more control over the win pattern with the ninth grade and JV team because they can play all three teams and fluctuate between all three.
Mm.
And I'm looking at them like, nigga, how do y'all have more chemistry than my 18-year-old guys on the varsity team? What are y'all doing in y'all first year that they can't do in their first year?
Yeah.
And you start to see like, it's not like necessarily clicks, but you can tell like everybody's not unified yet. Everybody still got their favorite homeboys on the team that they go to instead of fucking with everybody the same way. You know what I'm saying? Even with the JV, our JV undefeated for that same reason. Everybody on the JV team is like relatively cool. They not scared of passing the ball to the next person because we trust you 100%. We got a fucking 6'8", 15-year-old on our team right now. First year playing organized basketball ever. And he's just now finding his own. Now he's starting to dunk on niggas.
6'8" at 15 is crazy.
And he just reclassed, bro. Already ranked. Nigga, like we straight with our JV. And he's fluctuating between varsity and JV too because he get all his reps in JV so he can get his body stronger. And in varsity, he gets some of the reps. And we just played Jabari Smith's old school, Sandy Creek, who are the reigning champions 2023 actually season. And the cat Smith up there, number 11, he's actually nationally ranked. Tate, big ass, the 15-year-old, 6'8", he held his ass to fucking 8 points for that game.
Damn.
this is an All-American we talking about. You know what I'm saying? An All-American caliber player who just won his second or third high school championship. So, nigga, we got gems. Demarion just went into a JV game this past Friday or Wednesday, whenever our last JV game was. He had 27. Malachi is one of the top rebounders on our fucking varsity team. Promise is the shortest one out of all three of them, and he got more fucking crossovers than the next nigga on our varsity team. And I'm talking about like actually making niggas touch earth, bro. Like basketball is so different on so many different levels. Like I don't coach like rec ball. Rec ball is more like fun, making sure all these kids get their plans how they want so they can build their confidence and, you know, also teach them life lessons and kind of be like a second father away from home. Then you got the AAU phase where kids just want to learn how to play basketball and showcase their skill and ability and shit like that. But it ain't really no turnover. Then you got high school where it's just like, nigga, this shit, it makes you want to like really question what it took to be a college coach.
No, for real.
Because like the way I'm looking at the game, that's why I made that comment earlier. I'm like, bro, I wish I wasn't such a fan of the game, and I was more of a student of the game. Because right now, nigga, like you see a difference in like coaching AAU and rec ball versus this. And it's not to say like anything under high school is like any easier because it has its own challenges. Nigga, it's a different beast now because now you got eyes looking.
Coaching. I feel like coaching is a process. Like the way you coach, you know, basically getting the kids to buy in with the knowledge that you have, trying to put the right pieces together for, you know, for people to be successful. And then, you know, also especially with the younger groups too, teaching them the fundamentals, teaching them effort, teaching them, you know what I mean, the not quit factor. Like a lot of that stuff is big, but like if you don't got the talent, you know, so a lot of like that's one thing about the coaching that kind of gets me a little bit, like especially when you talk about the next level, like you talking about, you know, high school and then moving up to college and the pros, etc. Like coaching is, to me, is not, if you got great players, a ton of great players, a ton of great athletes, and the coaching part is being able to figure out who can play together. At the end of the day, though, it's like the talent you have on that court, it's not always the coach's fault, though. Like I can put the right pieces together, but if y'all can't buy in and get that shit done, you know what I'm saying? That's on y'all. But we can't, as a coach, you can't make that be known. Like it's like I'm gonna put the best of my bit. It's not my point. It's not always the coach's fault, right? But as a good coach, you're supposed to be able to mold that shit together. But it's different. Like especially with the group that we at right now. If this was like high school and on up, we can play it to where it's like I'm putting my best kids in. All right, I'm putting my best kids in, and these are the ones that's gonna play. The other ones got to kind of work. But when you playing like at the buy-in level, like the AAUs, the rec balls and the base and stuff, people pay for their kids to play. So that right there makes it a process right there, because I gotta make everybody gotta get on the court at some point in time. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to get a good rhythm, because it's like I can't just keep the best ones in, because as soon as the game's over with, I'm gonna have this fucking parent coming up. Like, bro, you just gotta know, if your kid ain't got it, you see what we see. You looking at what we see. When your kid gets in, you're like,
the nigga ain't good.
Like, he's not good. Like you see this nigga get the ball, he done picked the ball up and ran the wrong way. He's in the game, he sees everybody going that way, and he's running that way. So like, but you gotta give everybody. So these buy-in leagues are the ones where it's like that's where you get the participation goes, and it's hard to coach there, because you have okay, these are my guys, these are my dogs, these are my go-getters. I got to play them for a while. And like, all right, damn, they've been in we only playing 8 minutes. They've been in for fucking 5. I gotta go put little Jeremy in real quick. Like, fuck, all right, Jeremy, get in right quick. And then the right coach, hey, attack him. You know what I mean? So now it's that right there. That shit makes it hard. But other than that, like, I mean, it's still fun to me. Just like I love the small things, like having these kids go from not knowing nothing as far as the sports goes, but by the end of the season, they got some knowledge about this shit. You can watch their transition. You can watch when they actually do buy in, like when they're starting to buy in. The ones that you can pick, the ones that's like, okay, he's really like that. Like he has the hunger for it. And watching that buy in, watching when you're coaching them and they're like really engaged, like, okay, coach, and then they try to go do the shit that you're coaching them. Like all that shit is beautiful, but the shit when we under the goal, we at the rim, and you like, You over there screaming and shit like, man, this why the fuck Nick Saban and the motherfucker retired and shit. But shit like
That
that,
boy is
man,
stressful, boy.
it should be
Oh, it's
stressful.
definitely stressful.
Hey, so I guess moving forward, like in 2024, what are 3 goals or 3 things like as a man you want to like I guess become better at or like exceed at?
Say that one more time.
I
I didn't
said for
catch the second.
2024, like what are like three goals you like or 3 things you want to become better at or exceed at? Like what do you want to do different for yourself?
Oh,
So I'll say this. I wouldn't say they're not necessarily goals or that I'm looking at. My 3 things are just I want to take the experience.
Mm,
I want to stick with one path and follow it all the way through.
okay.
And then end goal, I just want commitment from myself to better my health. So those are my 3 things. So
Okay.
I just like in a nutshell, I want to be able to seize the moment in my life. Like I gotta fix my health. Like everything ties into each other. I gotta fix and maintain my health. I gotta fix and maintain my credit. I gotta fix and maintain my lifestyle. I gotta fix and maintain my diet. Fix and maintain my regimens as far as working out. And I just have to set forth that milestone. And when I say continue the same path, right now I'm in the best situation with my job. I can work essentially 4 jobs and still go home every day and be off on the weekends, and still increase my income as I go. So everything contributes to my lifestyle now, and I just want to maintain it, and I don't want to keep jumping back and forth. So my goals this year is like really just to maintain my sanity, bro. Like try to live stress free, try to be happy, enjoy the family that I have, and keep doing what I'm doing, get better. Like that. That's my goal, bro. It's just a overall goal for myself.
Okay. I think mine gonna be somewhat towards that, but then also listening, like becoming a better listener. Because I'll hear you and blink that shit out like I don't even hear you. Like, oh, okay. And not being that person that just kind of walks off. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody trying to tell you something that's probably bothering them. I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not
Bit
listening to that.
dismissive. Nonchalant.
Yeah, I'm dismissive.
uh, so one of my goals off rip was the goes back into camp going to California is mastering long distance parenthood. Like I'm so far throughout the year, I've been able to talk to him every day and still try to give him some sort of guidance, but I'm still trying to be hands off and let his mom do what she's supposed to do as a parent. So I'm trying to master that. And then honestly, after this cruise that I'm going on for bro's anniversary or whatever, I'm taking a page out of Adam Sandler's book. Adam Sandler once said, like, if you can go a year by living off the bare minimum, then you can set the rest of your life up to maintain the way you really want. So I'm gonna try to draw back on like unnecessary spending habits and do what I need to do to basically save up a lot more money than I was able to save up last year. And then after that, another big goal of mine is like the adjustment of like moving from Virginia to going to Maine and then going to Florida. So I'm gonna have to make that adjustment and go into those lifestyles and see what those lifestyles are like, because I've experienced California, experienced Virginia, never been to Maine ever in my life. And Florida, it's been so damn long since I've been to Florida. It's crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? And then, but I like, and the crazy thing is though, is like, I know I said I want to do like less spending, but I also want to do a little bit of traveling, such as like, for instance, where I'm gonna be in Florida is only 3 hours from SB. As long as I got a little bit of extra money just to put some gas in the tank, go kick it with SB for a little bit for a weekend or do something like that. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Eli?
This would be better than the year before. You know what I mean? Everything that I did in the year before, I just want to be able to do better. want to just be able to, again, like we started off with, every time. I mean, it's not just about a year. Every day I want to just do something better than I did before, and be able to understand that. I mean, accept the small things. You know what I mean? Be more appreciative of the small things that I take for granted. Um, just like I said, take the small victories, man. Like that is literally my own goal. My only goal. Matter of fact, ain't that's my only goal. Health is number one. Making sure I'm staying healthy. That's number one. Making sure that I'm staying dedicated to that goal, but just being better and at everything, man. If so much as I don't know, just focusing, like my homework, right? Like doing this schoolwork. I did a little bit of schooling last year. I just want to make sure that I was dedicated. I was focused last year on school, but I want to be more focused this year on school. I got an exam coming up. You know what I mean? I studied my ass off last year for that exam. I'm gonna study even harder this go around for the exam. You know what I mean? Everything that I'm doing is going to be better. So
Okay. Y'all know we can't have no show without a little bit of controversy.
Oh God.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I don't know if y'all seen the video on Facebook. Dude went to went with his girl to their friend's birthday party, and
Oh, I know where you're going. Okay.
they expected him to pay because he was the male there.
And I wish we had a fucking.
I wish we
I'm
did
gonna
too.
say that question, cycle back around to it.
But we was talking. Me and bro, me and Mike was talking about that shit yesterday because I seen the video and I was like, bro, ain't no way. Like I mean, I get it sometimes where it's like, if it's you said what's the video?
So
Yeah, what
he went with his girl to
So
their
I
friend's
think
birthday
it was like,
party.
well, no, I think it was his girl's birthday.
It was his girl's friend's birthday party.
Yeah, it was his
But
girlfriend's birthday
I
party.
guess he invited the other girls to come along, and they expected him because he invited them to the birthday
Yeah,
event.
he said the
that
birthday
he paid
dinner
for
up.
everybody. But he said,
Yeah.
"Nah, my only thought
He
was to pay
said
for my wife, my child, and the
the
birthday,
birthday
girl,
girl.
not y'all."
Mm.
And they basically try to make it seem like
First
bro
of all,
was
they
just
ran the
complicated.
bill up crazy.
Like $700. She was like, "It's only $700." Like, man, what you mean? It's only $700?
If it's only 700, then you pay it.
If it's $700, you pay it, bitch. Like, who said I got to do that?
First off, let me tell you something.
Make me look
I
bad
don't-
since you telling me as a man I should be doing it. Show me what your bad look like.
I don't give a fuck where I invite you to. I feel like as a person, that's not even a man or a woman. As a person, you should have at least whatever, you know what I'm saying, to be able to cover yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you looking at that menu,
unless I say, I mean, as an adult, fuck that. As an adult,
Shit.
if I go to
That's what I said,
shit.
as a person.
if I go to a spot, unless the motherfuckers say, "Don't worry about it, I got it." All right, say less. You know what I'm saying? I got the tip then, or whatever. But
Pause.
I knew you was gonna say that shit.
Pause.
But if if motherfucker go to the spot, it's not just the motherfuckers. That's
They
crazy.
wild.
That's crazy.
They wild, dog.
crazy.
Like
Ain't
unless
no
we
way in fuck, boy.
pre-align something. Unless we pre-align something, like
Hey,
well, I know me and Eli that does.
Unless-
We done had boys night,
Unless
and we'll go
all
like
y'all,
pay the cigar lounge, and then I'll
unless
pay
all y'all
for
in here. Hey, unless all y'all in here giving me some pussy,
Hey,
you
bro.
better get your purse out.
Hey, nah, fuck all that, bro. Like, nigga.
Better get your purse out.
Let me tell you something, bro.
that nigga stupid.
He said so everybody here sucking dick.
Oh, that's what we going? Oh no, it's only a dick.
I'm just trying to figure out why they got so many expectations. They ain't even got a man at the table themselves. So I mean, that's just
Man.
You hear me?
But look, so this was the other thing that threw me off though. So look, so this is part 2 to the question because I guess when they got outside, his wife told him that he should have paid for it.
No. Wow.
No,
There was a second part to that. I didn't see that part.
I didn't see that part, but no.
Yeah, when they were outside, she told him that he should have paid for it.
For what?
But
So-
inside, she said she didn't feel like he should have.
No, inside she said that and no, she didn't say nothing inside. Remember she
did.
walked off.
Different videos because there's a video where the girl was definitely
she was
like,
saddled with her. She was like, yeah, he was like, I'm
Oh,
paying for
y'all broke
the
this.
birthday girl and my wife, but he was.
Yeah, he said I'm paying for a birthday girl and my wife.
Then they asked her. She was like, yeah, I don't feel like my husband should be paying for y'all if it's just me, him.
Oh yeah, that
and
was
the birthday
she was
girl,
behind him.
Yeah,
But outside, she said that you should have paid for it because you were the only male No, because you
Don't
set up
tell
the
me no
birthday
shit like
dinner.
that, because you're gonna have to.
Oh.
We're gonna have to reevaluate the whole relationship.
Because
Look, I'm
you're
getting-
you're
I'm
the
gonna get
you
girls'
because you
night,
set up
at
you
the
set up the
table by
birthday
myself.
dinner. You set up the birthday dinner and invited everybody.
No, then it's
So you should have had everybody covered.
hey, check this out, bro. That's a whole different conversation, because now the conversation's gonna change for me too. Well, how many of these bitches I get to fuck? Because I mean, hey, you gonna be inviting 2-3 girls to the events every time we go out, and I gotta pay for them. They coming back to throw that net. You gonna eat some pussy today? I mean, what we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm glad mine wouldn't say no shit like that.
But like the audacity though, bro.
Mine say
Like,
no shit like that.
like fuck out of here.
I think it's weird because it's like, why would you expect me to pay for everybody? at this fucking
Nah, you
table?
know what they be saying out on mic. They were like, you know it ain't tricking if you got it. Bitch, that's still tricking.
It's still tricky.
Bitch think this a dream song. Like,
It's still tricky.
What be wrong with him, bro? Like, nigga, what the audacity, bro? Like, you won't see me out here saying, well, shit, if you gonna be around me and my homeboys, you might as well get dipped down by everybody. Like, bitch, it all sounds stupid.
I think this is like a generation, like, cause I don't. It's social media, bro. Social media is ruining the way people think. Cause nobody's thinking for themselves anymore.
About what's popular and what sound right, bro.
Agree.
Like, people,
Yeah.
nobody admires or worships being the family no more. Everybody just want to chase the bag, bro. And chasing the bag don't make you happy. I promise you. I ain't sitting right here saying like, nigga, don't go chase a bag, but at some point you gonna want you a family, because nobody's complete without a family. I don't give a fuck what your sexual orientation is, nigga. Nobody's happy unless they have a counterpart for real.
Facts.
I don't know about that, man. I just again I think that's all about what's the word, preference, man. Like I'm sure there's motherfuckers. Again, I think we touched on it before. I'm sure there's motherfuckers out there that's content with having a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Content ain't happy, bro.
Happy. I'm saying I'm sure there's motherfuckers.
If you want to meet your ultimate maker and being happy, bro, you have a counterpart. You know, there's not a person in the world that can say they genuinely happy without someone. I don't think there is, bro. I ain't met one. I don't think you met one either.
Again, there's millions of people out here in the world, and there's even more millions of millionaires out here. I'm sure there's.
But check me out though. But check me out though.
A ton of people that's happy.
But Eli, just hear me out. Have you met someone like that?
Like what? Like
that's just happy being by themselves.
I'm sure I have. Motherfuckers.
No, I don't want that. I'm sure I have. I want to know if you have or not.
I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have met motherfuckers that
Eli, Mike Jock, have y'all met somebody like that? Have y'all met somebody that genuinely just happy by themselves?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, but so my point is, if we never met that person, but we met so many other people who said they're happier. I'm not saying that it's just completely out, but like, bro, the likelihood of coming across that person is like a point.
Same argument, because not everybody that got a counterpart.
Decimal, bro.
Not everybody that got a counterpart happy. That's what I'm saying. I am sure. I'm 100% sure that I've met people that have been on their own and be like, I'm cool with that. Like, I'm happy with being by myself. Like, I have somebody that I can go stick and move with, but I don't need these motherfuckers in my. Like, I'm happy being on my own. I'm happy come into my own shit. Have my own.
That's a motherfucker that got some. That needs some therapy, bro. That's you running for yourself. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Saying some shit like that, bro. Cause, bro, like, who the fuck genuinely wants to say, I just want to be away from everybody, bro?
Motherfuckers that love theyself.
No, bro. Cool. There's not enough love in the world you can give yourself to make yourself believe that you are comparable by yourself, nigga.
But you can't tell somebody that though. Like, you can't. Yeah, like you can't tell somebody like you just not.
Nah, bro. I think that's some serious. There's some serious therapy you need, bro.
Because you can't be. I think it's therapy. You need therapy when you can't. Like you can't. You have.
You can't be happy by yourself.
But of course I can be happy with myself. But I know the ultimate feeling of happiness is going to be with a counterpart.
That's because you're looking at it from your perspective. You're happy with having a counterpart. I'm telling you, not everybody. I can guarantee you, if we were to do a poll and 1 out of 10 people, I'm telling you, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you in a different language, right? So I'm pretty sure that
having a desire for someone is almost like having the urge to want to be loved on some different level, even if it's temporary. This is what I'm telling you. So for someone to want to love themselves that much, you shouldn't need someone to go dibble and dabble with. If you have that urge of lust or whatever the situation may be, that's still a emotion that's tied into wanting to ultimately be with someone at the end of life. So it's a human natural thing, bro. It's a whole science behind the shit. You just have to understand on a different level. You can't say, because it's counterproductive and contradicting itself when you say, well, yeah, this person can be by themselves for the rest of their life, but at the same time, if they need to dibble and dabble in some pussy, then that's okay. That's not the
Wait, what's wrong with that?
What?
That's not you still.
That
That's
don't-
not you loving yourself. That's
What?
on some different level. That's still you wanting or having a desire to have like that kind of genuine love for someone else.
No,
a
that's just
human
trying to get a
thing.
nut off.
No,
Come on.
no.
That's just trying to get a
There's
nut.
gonna
No,
always be
Richard,
some
Richard,
signs to
no,
that shit,
hold
bro.
on. No, because
Quick question. So you've been in love. You everything you done smacked.
It's not
Everything you done
about
smacked.
being
You
in
done
love,
asked
bro.
for something.
It's not about
That's
being
what
in
you're
love.
saying.
No, I'm not
That's what
saying you
you're
have to
saying.
be in love. I'm just saying at some point you're gonna have some kind of desire. At some point in time, you're gonna want to say, I want to be cuddled. I want to actually make
No.
love instead of fuck. I want to do this.
No.
Like
I'm
you're
just
never
saying,
gonna be in a situation where you're just never gonna want that shit.
in that same context, it can be in that same context. It can be on some stuff like, yo, I'm ready to just. I'm a little bit horny. I need to get my rocks off. All right, stick and move.
What I'm
Deuces.
saying.
You can go ahead and roll
Nobody's
out.
gonna be happy with that shit for the rest of their life.
Hey, what you?
So you're saying-
bro? You
Okay.
Wasn't
you
he
can't
say
say
he
that.
that?
You can't say that.
What I'm asking is though,
Shannon Sharp.
what I'm asking is though,
Gilbert Arenas.
Shannon's big on that shit.
Okay, what I'm
Gilbert
asking-
Arenas.
what I'm
he
asking
said,
though
he's
is-
like, I don't want a relationship. I'm cool with
but-
200.
y'all are
Get
saying
somebody
this.
in and then
Okay,
send them out.
check me out. Y'all are saying this, right? Y'all are defending it, but y'all all been through a phase where y'all said, I don't want to touch nothing, and where y'all at right now? Eli's married.
I've been with the same woman for.
You've been married for like 18 years.
That's
Are
not
you in
the
a
same-
relationship,
that's not
Doc?
the
Are
same
you in a
person.
relationship, Mike?
No.
No.
Jay, how are you? Do you
At some
need
point,
somebody?
y'all are going to get
Look,
back in a
Are you
relationship.
I'm sure you're pretty happy right now.
Having a pretty
You
fun
said
life.
it
huh?
several times on this.
Hey,
I guarantee
I'm
you.
You said
having
it
a little
plenty of times
fun.
on this.
I guarantee you.
But
You said what?
are you the females that you messing with?
That shit's
You ain't gotta
temporary.
incriminate yourself.
That shit's temporary.
But are you happy?
That shit's temporary.
Oh, bro.
That shit's temporary, Eli. That's what you're not understanding. That shit's temporary.
It don't have
He's
to.
going to
bro.
find someone, he's going to bag, and he's going to be like, you know what? I'm fucking with her. It's going to happen. Mike's going to get across
We
that
gotta agree- we
motherfucker.
gotta agree
Hey,
to-
I bagged
agree
her.
to disagree.
It's supposed to be just this.
We
I
agree to
fuck with her
disagree on
now.
that one.
I'm telling you, bro.
As a matter
Nobody's.
of fact, that Shannon actually was a good example.
Hey,
Shannon is
all I'm
this
saying
nigga
is,
coming on
I
six.
said the same
This
shit,
nigga-
Doc. I said the same shit to you. I said, I'm finna go fuck the streets up. I ain't finna talk to nobody. I'm happy. All this good shit. What I do? Go find Jazz.
That's because you desire to have
Hey,
somebody. Not everybody's like
I wasn't
that.
looking
That's all
for it,
I'm-
bro.
Everybody-
I was just breaking the mold. Like I went a whole year without touching nobody, bro. And I was like, bro, I'm cool. I ain't gotta
Yeah,
worry
I'm
about
not
nothing. I was focusing on papers. I was focusing on stacking, all this, that, and third. Came across and I was like, ooh.
Oh, we got a
Daisha
comment.
Marshall.
We got a
Who's that?
comment.
Queen Daisha Marshall. I don't agree with the
Queen
say-
Daisha Marshall. Queen
Queen
Daisha, bro.
whatever her damn name is. No disrespect. I don't agree with the saying you can't be happy without a person. That's from a female's perspective.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I ain't
That
running with
nigga-
that. I ain't gonna lie
No.
to you. It is what it is.
When you know people on a personal
we agree to
level,
disagree on that one.
certain comments don't count.
Damn.
You said what?
God, prejudice to the comments. God damn, bro.
We
What
know
is it?
her.
Oh.
He said, when you know somebody on the personal levels, there's certain comments don't count.
Nah, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, like
I would be
nigga,
surprised if
as-
I'd have just seen her hand coming.
all I'm saying is to defend myself, bro. Is I say I've been on the level where I've been completely happy by myself as I thought, but I didn't feel as happy as I was with someone else who could also appreciate me for who I am, and I could do that same thing in return.
But that's
It's
that's
a
you.
different
That's how
level.
you feel.
It's
That's how
you.
you feel.
What I'm
Man,
saying
not
is,
everybody feels
you felt like that.
feel
You felt like that on some type of level too, Eli, because you got married, bro.
No, nigga, no. That's not how that worked. That is not how that worked. I'm not even gonna front to you. That's not how
Hey,
that
hold
worked.
on, hold on.
I can go get my wife, and I can tell you that's not how that worked.
So you
Oh,
being in love with your wife?
No, that's not how that worked. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
My wife knows just as well. My wife knows just as well. The story that I could. Again, me and my wife was fucking around in high school. We still kids fucking around in high school. having a kid. You feel me? But we both wanted to be in that child's life, so we made shit work. Motherfuckers went ups and downs, ups and downs. Motherfuckers was not. We really want to fuck, and we done said it 1,000 times. If we didn't have kids, we wouldn't have been right here. We wouldn't about to be no 10 years of marriage. That shit wouldn't have happened. We had to grow to love and understand each other. Like, and no, we didn't get married because we was in love, motherfucker. We was in church, and the pastor said y'all need to get married. So we was, all right, well, shit. That maybe he right. Let's try to figure this. It wasn't because we was in
Hold on, y'all
love.
got married
motherfucker.
off a limb?
What do you mean?
Like y'all just like you said y'all didn't get married because y'all was in love. Y'all got married because the pastor said y'all
No,
need to get married.
we were grown.
That's
Again,
different, bro. I
motherfuckers
never
is
heard
kids.
that.
We had our first.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
So let me explain. So like, boom, motherfuckers 19 had kids. Now we're growing to try to figure out how to do this. Again, we're still kids, transitioning to how to be. Let's make this right, because at the end of the day, we know shit was funny, different with growing up. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we both wanted to be in the same household with our child. So again, we started going to church, learning this stuff, blah blah. Again, y'all shacking up. Y'all don't need to be shacking up. Y'all need to be married. Other God ain't gonna, whatever, all that jazz. So we're like, how we gonna do this right? Let's go do this right. Let's do this right. So he started making changes, doing shit right. And y'all need to get married because if y'all not in this equal yoke and all this other shit, other people pretty much running. So hey, pastor said we need to get married. Wifey say shit. You need to go ahead and, or we need to make this happen. Made the shit happen, and even then, like I said, the growing to have love for somebody don't mean you're in love with somebody. Like we done been through so much shit. We got a family together. That
Wait, say that
doesn't
shit
mean
again,
we
'cause
were
people
in
don't
love
understand.
with each other. We were just, we have love for each other. We done been through some shit. We got love for each other. But to be in love with each other, that shit is a process. So no, we didn't get married because we were in love with each other. Like, are we in love with each other now? Yes. But that shit was,
It was a
you know
process.
what I mean? So it was a process. And even then, even to this day, motherfucker, it's still a process. Like shit ain't peaches and cream all the time, because it be sometimes now, well, I can keep the mentality like, yo, maybe a nigga need to be by himself for a little while. And I'm sure it's the same way. It's not, I ain't being funny, I'm being for real. Like it's the same way for them. I'm pretty sure they'd be like, yo, this nigga is not getting right. Like, but motherfuckers, instead of quitting and running from the shit, and that can be, again, you can do it one of four ways. You can quit and run from it. You can fight and try to build it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can damn fight for something that don't need to be there, or you can run away for something that needed to grow. Like it's just about the shit that you decide to do. And the marriage part, the long game, it's not, shit is not motherfucking easy, nigga. Like till this day, like I said, there be days when me and my wife we on the highest of highs. Like this shit is for everything. You feel me? It's whatever thing. But then there's days when it's like, yo, this motherfucker, I'm about to push her off the fucking top step. You know what I mean? And the same thing. I'll wake up sometimes. This motherfucker be staring at a nigga like, I almost cut you, but you. I mean, but that's what the fuck it is, man. That's what it is.
It's real, bro. I truthfully never heard no shit like that. I respect it. Respect it.
I definitely respect it.
Facts.
So like,
That's true. If I had her come down here, she'll tell you that same exact motherfucking story. Like I didn't like this nigga. I did not like this nigga.
so like, how did like, not how did y'all evolve, but
How are we evolving? Like
no,
how are we
not
still
how,
growing?
not how. I'm saying like, in your trial of growing together, what helped y'all learn? I guess to be with one, or you know what I'm saying? Like what kept y'all patience to keep learning and
I
not?
can tell you. First, one thing I can tell you, one of the goals that one of the things that we definitely both wanted, like we both wanted to be in these kids' life, right? Once we got past that, we can't build this off of just the kids. We had to learn how to start being like, okay, motherfuckers was kids. You 19, I'm 19. Like we were kids. Now that we're 30, she 32, I'm about to be 32. There's so many things that was like, okay, this is what the fuck I was about. This is what the fuck I like. You gotta learn how to put this shit together. Okay, once we learn how to put this shit together, you gotta learn how to move forward. Okay, now we're moving forward. Now in that same sense, I gotta learn how to listen to what the fuck you're saying. Like I can't always be ready to fucking, because we're not gonna agree all the time. We're not gonna agree all the time. So when shit's bothering you, I gotta be able to be like, all right, let me hear you out. what you got to say, and you actually got to fucking listen to that shit. Like, don't always be ready to respond. Just like, okay, what should I? And you don't have to agree either. It don't have to be agree. Like, I hear your point. I respect your point. I understand why you feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I felt like this because of this, so that's why I reacted big way to this. But I understand you. So how can we move forward? How can we move forward together? You know what I mean? Like, okay, we can move forward together. Oh, okay, whatever. All right, boom. So like, this is the person that you're gonna be. This is the person that I am. How we make this work? This is how we make it work. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And it's just like, it's to a degree, like it's like a business. You know what I mean? We're a business. We're trying to create a successful business together. You have your perspective. You have your perspective. We're putting this together, and it's just each of us putting in puzzle pieces, trying to make that shit fit. You know what I mean? And like, not wanting to like the love thing. Like I said, I love my wife. I'm 1,000% sure my wife loves me, but we're still that shit's still growing. You know what I mean? That shit's still growing. Like, we're still learning. It's still a process. Like, I'm not saying we're still not there yet. That's my point. It's still the shit's still growing. It's still a fucking process,
Hey, check
and
me
that
out.
shit
So
don't stop.
Off topic, right? So what I just noticed about us is that we're all dominant creatures on some
Who's
level.
Pack?
That's Darius.
Okay.
But
what do you say?
like you said, I agree with the saying only because of time. Nobody want to be old and lonely. You kind of get where I'm coming from. But so like what I just realized is like we're all kind of dominant in some kind of way, right? And like even with our different walks, like when we talk past each other sometimes because we try to get our points across. And I think that's one thing we all got to work on for this up. Not necessarily just like the bad side of it or how it sounds negative, like, but more or less like give people opportunity to like really explain and then take in what they say, because I think I just kind of misjudged what you were saying before, like when y'all would disagree with me, of course, which kind of challenging itself kind of made me like change my mind. And like, if I would have sat back and just digested what he said before I processed it and just like try to react, like hot react to you, I probably would have took that shit in differently and just like really understood it. So like to a degree, like I appreciate Darius for like kind of siding with me on that conversation. In a way, I'm still confident in my own answer, but I have to kind of redirect myself because I'm like, well, what if, you know what I'm saying? This guy ain't really found it or seen nobody like that. Doesn't really take away from the fact that it could be, because it's a question there. So clearly, if we got questions about it, there got to be some truth in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's something else I got to work on too, because I'm pretty sure I probably do that within my relationship with Jazz too. So gotta work on that big time. Personal observation. My bad for that cut off.
Noted.
No, that was great.
I feel like that, just off of the point that you're saying though, like I feel like what makes that I guess that what can make that more of an argument. Like, I think what it is too, the ones that maybe I have observed that are content with being by themselves were the ones that were in a relationship for X amount of time. You know what I mean? And be like, that shit just ain't work. I'm cool and content with being by myself. I tried it, it didn't work. So I feel like maybe the ones that I observed came from where you expressing, as far as like they wanted something. The shit didn't work. And now that the shit didn't work, now that they're good with who being by themselves. So that can be another argument to the that could be another equation to the factor. The factor to the equation. So
I
it
guess
could be.
you
I'm
could
just
say
saying
that.
those are different perspectives. This nigga
Yeah,
just changed his
because
background. Where you going, bro?
well, I'm on vacation, bro. Aloha, aloha.
Thanks my
But
aloha
nah.
in the middle of winter.
But no, I guess you could say that because I mean, birds. Y'all know when I first got separated, I was like, man, I'm not getting fucking married no more. I'm not doing this shit no more. And then I had to I took my time to myself and really, I guess, learn myself again.
Excuse me.
So I did the whole I guess you call it like self dating when you take yourself out somewhere.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah.
So no, I love that shit.
Big advocate for that shit.
I love it. But I'm not gonna say my mindset has changed. I'll say that. Like, I'm not against marriage, I'm not against being with somebody, but I won't force myself to be with somebody. I'm happy with being alone, but I could be happy with someone. I just won't force it. If it's not there, it's not there.
Man, I was just sitting right here thinking, bro. Nigga, Jocko been taking life
Shout out my
lessons,
nigga
boy.
Gucci.
Hey,
Nah, because
Like, I mean,
it's
shit.
like because this is shit that I've said I think to each one of y'all individually. Like even Will Smith said, he said you can't go. The reason I'm happy now is
Bro,
because
I'm
it's
not
like
taking no relationship advice from Will Smith.
I get why you would say that. I get why you would say that, but you got to be real. A few years ago, was it like 2-3 years ago when he was like, it's not his job to make Jada happy. Like he has to be happy for himself, and she has to be happy for herself, and then they can bring their happiness together. Like I get it.
Again, like I
Like
said, that didn't
that
phase
didn't
well.
it didn't
'Cause her
age
being happy
well.
for herself, her
Yeah,
being
she
happy
got a
for
little.
herself was just
Yeah. It didn't age well for Will, but
Tupac make her happy.
her being happy is bringing this nigga down. But that's another conversation. Go ahead.
that's a whole other conversation. But I get it. It's like because like you said, like it's a situation where I've been in a situation where I was with somebody and I've been there and I tried it. And it was cool while it lasted. And then one day my eyes opened and realized like there's certain things about this that are not there that I could do myself. And then when I started doing everything myself, a lot of shit changed for me.
So like,
It
I don't
takes
agree with
courage on
that.
both ends, though.
Yeah, I don't
Go
agree
ahead,
with that
go ahead, Mike.
because who was I think it was Michelle Obama. She was on somebody's talk show, and I think she explained it the best. It was like you're not always going to be 100%, which is true. You're not always going to be 100%. You're not always going to wake up and be like, I'm 100% every time. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I agree and I disagree. Like I agree, yes, y'all should have your own happiness, but at the same time, if you're in a relationship, I feel like if I wake up at 30, I need you to be my 70, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's big. That's big. That's big.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, find your own happiness, but also you might not wake up every day and be like, I found my happiness there. I'm
We're in a
good today.
relationship.
ain't gonna lie, bro.
You
know what I'm saying?
It took a lot of work for my relationship where it is now to get to that point. So I can't really say that's the easiest thing to do. Like Eli was saying, bro, there's some really stressful things in relationships, bro. That's one of them. That's like one of the biggest ones. Like when y'all not seeing eye to eye on some shit, like sometimes that shit just fully dismissed.
Yeah.
But when I started waking up some days and Jazz actually realized like he not all the way up. Like I dragged to work, I think it's a Thursday, cause I just can't sleep, bro. And I got so much shit going on. I got certifications, all this shit, coaching classes and CPR, and I'm literally doing seminars during a basketball game, fucking up the clock. Like, bro, like she picked me up that night and didn't even realize, bro. I had dinner ready at home. Like I sat in the chair, bro, and I couldn't move for like an hour or so. And she went straight to the room with the baby after a while because I had already got home late. I had dinner in there prepared, bro. All I had to do was scoop the shit up, put it on the plate. I ain't even care about it not already being on the plate, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I met her there. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that matters. You know what I'm saying? She made the food and sat it out for me.
She made sure you was good by the time you got to the crib.
You know what I'm saying? Like she just had it there, and I'm like, I don't even think she understands how much that was needed. She like I try not to eat fast food all the time. I'm scooping my dishes up so I can go, you know what I'm saying, take my shit to work. Bro, like, nigga, it's
a team.
Yeah, bro.
It's a team.
That 70-30 shit really do matter, bro. Because I was like,
and that's what
20. Bro,
I was talking to my dad the other day. He said the same thing. He was like, it's small shit. Like, I guess my mom bought a coffee pot / Keurig. So it's like all in one.
Yeah.
And I guess he had to be to work early. So she made his coffee. And it was already, like, all his stuff was just sitting there. So when he got up to go to work, now I don't got to stop and get coffee. My coffee's already made. My lunch is already in the bag. So everything was already done.
Hey,
it was like she made my day like 1,000 times easier.
Yeah, but like this is the point. I don't think I think it's a contingency on like social media, right? So like we're talking about this shit now. You would think we're just dismissing all the shit that happened behind the scenes, bro. We know. Like we know you just went through a day of working from home. Like this is just my life. I know you're going through working from home. The baby on your side all day, every day. You got to do potty breaks and in between your workspace, and you got to make dinner and all this shit. You got to get your workout in, and then by the time you get home, you know what I'm saying, all you expecting is a plate. Nah, that's not all I expected. I know what you've been through. I was at war too.
Yeah.
I had my own battle to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We just got to
Yep.
respect each other on a different level, so we understand like coming together. It was the same
Yep.
fight. We just did it in a different way. I worked from
Mhm.
7 a.m. to 8, 9 o'clock p.m. You were here with the baby from sun up to sundown. So like nigga, we got the same fight. We
Mm-hmm.
just can't fight each other. You know what I'm saying?
Under
It's just what it be.
exactly.
I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly. And
So
understanding that is key. You feel me? Like understanding everything you just said. You feel me? So again, but the some days though, some days her day is gonna be a little rougher than yours. Your day was straight, but you're not
Yeah,
gonna see, you're not gonna see what may have been bothering her that day. You know what I mean?
right.
yeah,
You just come home and she got an attitude. You might think, what the fuck you got an attitude for? And
yeah.
automatically you get to
I just walked in this
judging
bitch.
you know what I'm saying? You judging the situation, and now you got an attitude. And now all the thing was, she was just on some shit like, yo, these motherfucking kids, because we know we are all active fathers. We know how the fuck these kids can get sometimes. You know what I mean?
And
So
nigga,
all of that shit added up, and then you're like, now you
and
pissed
nigga.
off, and now I don't.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something, bro. I don't walk in that house one day, and she just looked like she was just so upset, bro. And I couldn't
Hmm.
figure it out. So, like, my immediate reactions don't touch it. Like, just
Yeah,
do what you're doing. And then I got so stuck into that, like, I wouldn't even think about it. I just went in there, grabbed dinner, sat down, started talking, da 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 da. We got in the show, and I got it. The second time I put the dishes up, and she like walked in the kitchen, stood right there. She's like, "I wasn't sit right here and be petty, but you really weren't gonna get no hug and no kiss." That's all I
you
was
feel
wanting,
me?
bro. I was
It be
like,
shit like
"Nigga, you
it's
was
shit
mad,
like
so you
that.
wanted me to give you a hug, nigga? How the fuck
But
am
you
I
gotta.
supposed to know that shit?"
But that's the communication.
Thought
That's
she
the
was gonna bite my
communication
fucking
thing,
lip off.
Sometimes though, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's just like, and it's both ways. I promise you, it's both fucking ways. Because some days, you again, I feel like we slightly handle ours different because we keep that fucking that masculine mentality where motherfuckers don't want to open up to it's like, nah, I can handle my own shit. But the whole time, you might not say it, but you get to the crib like, God damn, baby, give me a hug, man, give me a goddamn hug, and you
Right,
like,
and I be needing that
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? You feel me? And then now you just and like, what's up, baby? Like, man, these motherfuckers at work was goddamn. Today was a
Yo,
difficult one,
Hey,
whole
boy,
time.
woo.
And whole, you feel me? But it's all about It's all about communicating. Communicating is motherfucking key. But when you're communicating, bro, when you're communicating, it's not always. Don't go in there with a prejudged fucking way that you want the situation to happen. I'm learning this shit still to this day. Like, if I go in there and I'm like, I'm about to open up and communicate, just because I'm opening up and communicating don't mean it's gonna go the way that I want it to. Like, okay, I'm expressing my feelings, so now this is how I expected you to react to the situation. And it's like whole time you like, especially she'd be like, well, shit, baby, well, she hear it now. You're getting sometimes you can go in there with a clouded mind, and you're expressing this shit. And maybe when you telling her the story, she hearing you, and she like, well, baby, I hear you and X Y Z, and it might not be what the fuck you wanted to hear, but now you know what
But
I'm
it's what
saying.
you
It's just
needed
you
to
got
hear.
when you but it's what you needed to hear. That's why when you're communicating, it has to be like this nigga Mike is retarded. That's why when you communicate, you gotta be able
I'm gonna get
to,
to that question too.
What
huh?
question?
I'm gonna
I
call it
I
Quinn.
do
I
agree.
ain't reading all that. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
what we
I'm too
call her.
high to
What we
read it.
call her, Quinn.
So do y'all believe you can find love in another person after divorcing someone? So I'm gonna actually
Yes.
answer this question first. Yes. I
So,
went through
well,
a
fuck
divorce.
us.
Nah, it's just a personal experience. Like I for one like actually have this experience happening right now. Um, I divorced my ex-wife. I think we were officially divorced by Jock, 22, 23? Something like that. I think I was like either 22 or 23. I'm
the year
officially divorced.
or year or age?
Age.
Like 22, 23.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been officially divorced since around then. Um, and I found Jazz, or we found each other like a year after I officially moved back to Georgia. And I can wholeheartedly tell you through that relationship, I can literally tell you this is probably my person. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yes, you can absolutely find love after marrying someone else, and it doesn't even have to be behind the pretenses of like it was like misguided love or misunderstood love or nothing like that. Because like at some point you had enough love to marry the person and be in that marriage for some odd time, so you never want to discredit that relationship. But ultimately, I just came to a point where I found someone that I love just a bit more, and that shit grew. And the shit got to the point where now I'm rethinking about things that I didn't even think I was gonna think about before. Like I'm thinking about or considering marrying her. You know what I'm saying? And I was just telling Jock that, say a while ago, I ain't thinking about marriage no more. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big thing. Marriage is not just a piece of paper, you know what I'm saying? That's it's deeper.
hmm
I hate the shit as much as you want to, but that's the ultimate goal, you know what I'm saying? And ultimate goal, not for everybody, but for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want that. That's healthy living. So yeah, you definitely can. I'm gonna let y'all go and answer it. Not my fault, y'all.
I
Uh,
agree. I agree.
I agree.
I haven't been divorced yet, or I ain't gonna say yet, but I haven't been divorced. But I do think it's 1,000% possible. You know what I'm saying? Just because the person that you tried it out with didn't work the first time doesn't mean that the next person can't bring something out of you. You feel me? So um I believe it 100% or
Well, that nigga's
1,000% or
hungry.
whichever percentage that you want to use. I believe that it's possible. But I also stand on what I said. I don't think that you you have to be married or have to be in love. Like if you find happiness and freedom and satisfaction in you, that's where you find it at. But if you find it in another person, that's where you find it at. Like I don't feel like either way is wrong. You know what I mean? You're ultimately at the end of the day, your happiness belongs to you and who you decide to share that with. So
Even if they lame and can't dress.
sure.
Or even if
Mike, no more twisted teas, bro.
Yeah, that one. Anybody else got any commentary on that question?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna say like, speaking from experience, and then speaking from watching people go through the experience. A lot of times, what happens is when people get out of a marriage, or when people go through the divorce, the first thing that a lot of the people, the first thing that they say is, never again. Like never again will I put myself in that situation. Never again will I commit myself to somebody like that. And they look at all the stuff that they put into the marriage, and but through time and through growth, you start realizing like what you put into the marriage and what somebody else put into your first marriage, and if when you find somebody, you start realizing like, okay, I know how much love I have to give. I know how to love differently. I know how to love the same. You got all these lessons that you have from your first marriage that you apply to your second or your relationship, and then before you know it, you start looking at stuff like, I can see myself settling down again. I can see myself getting into a real committed relationship, and then a lot of people who, I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of the percentage of people who get into relationships, their ultimate goal is marriage in the long run. So like, you start striving back to that ultimate goal again. So I say yes.
My damn Yorkie in here running around and shit.
Well, man, I would like to say,
Go
man.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm about to close that. What's saying?
Oh shit, I'm good.
All right. Well, look.
I feel like that was a great podcast. We an hour and 3 minutes.
Yeah, man, that was smooth right there. Great episode coming back into the year.
Coming back into the year, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna be more consistent. More content is coming. It'll be available on all platforms in this coming week. So be prepared to come out with be coming across some TikToks and reels and all that good shit.
My OnlyFans about to drop, so tune in.
We're not promoting that on this fucking podcast. We are not promoting that on this podcast.
My OnlyFans gonna drop.
Yeah, we if y'all want to see all that, bro, y'all go to his page. I ain't promoting that.
Don't you dare log into the podcast shit. Talk about stuff.
I'll change the password tonight, nigga. I ain't gonna play with him. Why?
Create a whole new group chat with just me, you, and Eli. Here's the new password.
Man, look. Hey, look. With that being said, man, this was like the perfect return episode coming into the year, getting back to the Old Testament, what we came here for. So
yeah, it was a great episode.
Good to have that shit. Good to have that shit, man. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all remarks.
Absolutely, great return. This is a very great return. We've had our setbacks a few times in return, but I feel like this is one of our best returns yet. Going into 2024, I see us doing big things with this podcast and shit. So I'm looking forward to that. Appreciate y'all coming and stopping by and viewing. To all the viewers who couldn't view live and view later on, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, share, get us in the algorithm, help us get there, get to where we need to be.
He said, "Oh,
Okay. So y'all know mine. If you don't subscribe, fuck you. If you don't like us, fuck you. But what I will say is tune in to Gus Has Got It. Tune into Between the Lines. And we got a lot more shit coming out. We're gonna get back to conversations like this, man. It's fun to talk about basketball and shit, but I think we need to have some of these conversations.
man, it's needed. Therapeutic, man.
Yes, sir.
Gotta think.
Nah, y'all done said it all, man. It's the year of the truth, like Cat Williams said. So
Oh man, man. I'm about to message Cat on Instagram and see if we can get him on here, man.
Nah, I'm telling you now, the next one day we on the podcast, I'm gonna have that Club Shay Shay whiskey right here next to me.
Hey, boy.
Or is it cognac? I'm gonna have
It's
that
called
motherfucker.
Shade or something, right?
Yeah, it's a cognac.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
It's
Hey, the way that
it's
nigga
called the
described that
Two
shit was exactly how I described it. And if y'all watch Goodson's Got It, y'all see I said it first. So Cat Williams, you talking about stealing jokes. You stole
my content.
my connoisseurness on that Club
The
Shay Shay.
connoisseurness.
That's what I said. Hopefully this reaches him and he comes on the episode ready to talk some shit.
I'm gonna clip that and tag him 100 times.
Facts.
But nah, man. Like I said, man, we gonna have a bunch of more shit coming out. But y'all know my slogan. So I think that was a great show.
That's it, man. That
And if
being
you
said,
watch our
man,
shit and you don't like it and subscribe, you a bitch.
Wow, that's different. That's a different slogan. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, man, with that being said, man,
New year, new me.